Can I create a short film in my bedroom alone in only 24 hours? That is a question that I am asking myself. So personally, what I always start doing when I create short films first is writing an idea. So that's what I'm going to do. So I need to come up with something that I can create in my room alone with only myself as an actor, which would be pretty difficult. But, you know, this is a challenge that I present myself with, so I have to figure something out. Okay. So the idea that I'm going for is that a young man tries to send a simple text in his bedroom, but different versions of himself appear and begin arguing over what he should do. As the debate continues and becomes chaotic, his phone suddenly buzzes with a message from the very person he was overthinking about. So you might be a bit confused of how I'm going to have multiple characters in the same short film, but I'm the only actor. So how I plan to do this is I'm going to use a tool called rotoscoping on Premiere Pro Beta, which is essentially what that's going to do is going to select one character and give me the ability to drag it into another clip. So I can have two characters, both played by me, in the same video. And I'm going to keep doing that over and over again until I get the full short film. Here's an example of that. So when I was learning about this in college, we had to come up with a clip where we use this tool in one of our videos, and what I decided to do was cut myself out of a pre-recording clip that I used from a different project and put me on the Titanic to create a comedic effect, hopefully-ish. Okay, so while you guys were all watching that amazing explanation, I've been getting on with writing the script. So now, it's time to start the production. What I've done is I've put a pillow in my bed to make it look like someone's laying in there. Someone's sitting here, then it means it looks like someone's going to be there. I've opened up my blinds. And yeah, the room's been cleared, so which means I'm ready to film. Focus, in focus, in. Second I start talking, out of focus. Then back in focus when I start talking and end the recording. Great! Okay. So I've just finished the normal Jack's response to everything. So now I've got to do relax Jack, and then a few more, and then I'll be done, and then I can edit. This is a lot more work than I thought it would be. Okay, so I've just finished the confident Jack, but nothing like prepares you for just sitting in silence, just talking to yourself. It's so weird, just me saying, just send it, and I'm literally looking at an empty chair. This is so weird. Okay, so I've now just filmed the laser Jack, as you can see by my attire. And I do have to say this is probably the most comfortable costume that I've had so far. Okay. Now I've got to film one more, and that's the overthinker, which is sort of really paranoid, scared, nervous, worried. You know, like the type of person who'd put tape over their webcam so they're not being watched. That's the style that I'm going for, which is probably going to be one of my most favourite ones to do. But you know, I'm also just excited to get this acting over and done with. I'm never an actor, so this is really weird for me. Okay, so I've just finished filming the paranoid, I think he is, overthinker. The one I just mentioned anyway. I'm now sitting on my floor, but hopefully that is a wrap, so I can hopefully get on with the editing. So I just started editing. I'm just getting to the point where the relaxed person comes in. And I've just remembered my first problem. I forgot to include shots in between the characters, so it just looks really awkward. So what I want to do is get a shot where it spins a lot like that, and it sort of creates this motion blur effect. I'll put an example in now. But after this example, can you see what I'm talking about? I wanted that in between each shot, and I've completely forgot to do that because I was too focused on getting the dialogue. So I'm just going to have to do them a few times around my room. Okay, so I got stuck on a big issue and it's really put me off.
I even thought about just quitting the whole thing. So now I'm eating some chocolate rice cakes and I'm gonna edit some photos to remind me of things. Come back to it.
Okay, so I've been working on the same issue now for probably like the last hour or so, and do you know what? I give up with the rotoscoping effect. I've got all the clips. What I'm going to do is just scale them down and try and make them fit next to each other, because right now there is literally, it looks terrible, I promise you. Okay. Final opinions. It was stressful, it was hard, it was long, it took ages. But you know what? I'm glad I got it done. So please make sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully you'll see me in the next challenge if I don't lose motivation. If you do want to see the final short film, I'll put a link to it in the description and also in the video, so you can make sure you can have a watch of it if you want.